Today we are talking about Nigeria. Nigeria has enjoyed democracy for the past several years, and now Nigeria is now about to go back to the polling tolls where election will take place, and the sitting president, Goodluck Jonathan, would have to test his good luck again. So, in preparation for the upcoming elections in Nigeria, the government is appointing and setting up different offices. And in the Netherlands and in Europe in particular, an office has been set up for the mass mobilization for Goodluck Jonathan 2015. And it's my privilege today in the studios of Aftv in the Netherlands to introduce to you His Honorable Adeleke, the new Executive Coordinating Director for the mass mobilization of Goodluck Jonathan 2015. He is here to speak to us about the plans for 2015 in Nigeria. Honorable Adeleke, how are you?
Fine, Pastor Larry.
Welcome to the events on African TV.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
I read your credentials. I saw the documentation. You've been appointed by Board of Ex-Governors as the head man in Europe, or at least in the Greater Benelux, for the mass mobilization. Could you tell us about this program? How did you get selected, and what does this mean to you?
Thank you very much, Pastor Larry. The mass movement for Goodluck 2015, I've been privileged, is by the help of God, to be appointed as the coordinator for the Netherlands and Luxembourg. And the mass movement for Goodluck 2015, we call it MMG 2015 to shorten it. It's a support group which is formed by the Forum of ex-deputy governors in Nigeria. And in setting it up is to try to reach to us diaspora that is not only in Nigeria that the politics is being played. Because for the past experience, you will have experienced that, you'll have noticed that diasporans are not involved in the issue of their country. So before they usually set up the support group only for Nigerians that lives in Nigeria. But now, with the new level that the diasporas are going now, so it's the first time it will be set up in Europe, to say, before UK, America, yeah, they have it. But this is the first time of its kind in Europe. And I've been privileged to coordinate 2 chapters of it. And the purpose of this mass movement for Goodluck 2015 is to let the diasporans know the good thing the president has been doing. You know, he's a president that so much cater for us here, for us that are in diaspora. And we would like to showcase to the people that Goodluck is the president we need again for 2015.
But let me ask you, as a diaspora,
yeah,
if I cannot vote in the election, what good is it for me to be mobilized?
Thank you very much. You see, as a diaspora, even if you cannot vote, which the House of Reps just passed the diaspora bill, which we hope the Senate will pass it before the general election, with the Constitution amendment. But as a diaspora, even if you cannot vote, you have people at home. Most of us in diasporas, we are the breadwinner of our families. At least, if you are more enlightened, you see things better than they do in Nigeria. And I hope you've seen a lot of things that Goodluck has been doing in the area of agriculture, infrastructure, and in empowering our youth. At least, among the sitting president of Nigeria, we've seen that President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is the one that has really reached out to bring Nigeria to the next level. Before he came in, Nigeria is not the best economy in Africa. But within 4 years now, we've seen that Nigeria is the bigger economy now in the whole Africa. So with that you have seen, you will be able to enlighten them at home. Because the diaspora, you have a voice. Like me now, I'm being privileged or humble, I should say. I have people that I'm sponsoring in university in Nigeria. So I have seen the light. As a diaspora, I can call them, look, why you must vote for Goodluck is because if we want Nigeria to grow, we must vote for someone that had foresight. Because most people in Nigeria, sorry to say, you see these politicians now, they buy a bag of rice, bribe people, just, okay, they want to buy, what is it for you? Put 1,000 in envelope to give you to buy your vote for 4 years. But as diasporans, we know more better because of the society we live. So we have a voice to enlighten our people and to tell them to vote for the right candidate.
So, now, you as the coordinator, you are assigned to mobilize people. Tell me, what should we expect from you as the coordinator for Europe? Well, tell me 3-5 things that you think your office will accomplish.
Thank you very much, Pastor Larry. First of all, as the coordinator of 2 chapters, of course, I work with my other colleagues, which are other coordinators, is first to, in mobilizing people, it's not just to mobilize them that come and appear on camera. It's to mobilize them so that we will be able to enlighten them, about what this present administration, what our president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, is doing. Because as you can see, many of us here in diaspora, we only hear of election. So, having set up this office, is to be able to let them know that, look, you are now involved in the politics of your country. Because as the president, when he was here the last time, I think you were there as well at the town hall meeting together in Amsterdam, which he said that he's going to make sure that diasporas start voting. So
are you saying that there is a bill that is waiting for Senate to pass?
Yes.
That will allow diasporans to vote?
Yes.
So there is such a bill?
There is such a bill. Diaspora bill has been passed by the House of Rep. And
so the Rep has approved it?
They have approved it.
So now you're waiting for Senate?
For the Senate.
To approve it. And once the Senate approve it, Nigerians all over the world can vote?
Yes.
When is the actual election taking place in Nigeria?
The presidential election will take place by February.
Just this February?
Yes.
That soon?
That soon, yeah.
Did you hear that Nigeria is going to the polls in February?
In February to elect their president.
And when would the inauguration of the winner be?
Normally, we usually do it the Democracy Day, which I believe is May the month of May 29th.
Okay, so now the world is looking at Nigeria.
Yes.
We're talking about diasporans mobilization.
Yes.
And we're talking about diasporans' ability to vote.
Yes.
Let's talk about grassroots, on the ground in Nigeria.
Okay.
As a diasporan, if I say that the climate for fair election is not in place, what would you say is in place to guarantee that Nigerians are doing proper voting and the balloting is transparent and accurate? Do you have the biometric system? Do you have the computer system? What is Nigeria, what is in place for February?
Thank you very much. What is in place for February is that is why we want to reach to the diasporans and to be able to tell them that this president has done a lot in Nigeria. Before President Jonathan came, we've never experienced biometric voting in Nigeria. For the first time, there's a digital voter's card, which will be fully implemented in the next coming election. Even the voter's card now in Nigeria is being approved by banks as a form of identity because it has your fingerprint and everything. So he is very transparent, sincere, and he already said it, that look, it's not a do or die affair. What Nigerians say will be what will be. It's not that when you, just like before, I can remember when we were small, during UPN, MPN, where they would gather thousands of people, small children, thumbprint and all these things. No, this president has come to bring Nigeria to the standard of the world. And if you can see some of the gubernatorial election, previous one that has been made, you see that it's free and fair. Okay. Even the Osun one that was being contested, I read the news, I think 3-4 days ago, that after recounting now, the game is changing. About 200,000 ballots fake election distance have been counted in favor of the incumbent governor. And now the Court of Appeal is going to give the judgment by next week. So we should be having a new governor in Osun State now. And why? It's because of the transparency of this president. So he wants, if you are not being voted in, you have to go. You have to know that the voice of the people is not on your side. So,
do you think Goodluck Jonathan, if he loses, do you think he would step down?
Of course.
Why do you say that?
Thank you. You see, it takes a man of integrity to rule a country. This president, as far as I know, and which I know that other diasporans or other viewers too knows about, even for him to contest for this, for 2015, if you have been monitoring at the movement, even he's been threatened by his own people that if he did not contest, he should not return to Bayelsa. And that is why it takes him time to be able to consider. He got the presidential nomination from yesterday. If his other president, incumbent, he will have got it for long. He will have declared that, look, I want to recontest. So for him, he's a Christian, and he's someone that I know very well. He's a man of integrity, and if he loses, he's the voice of the people. I can assure every of our viewers that.
Let's talk about what he has done. Your job is to mobilize and bring to awareness what he has done.
Yeah.
Tell me 4 things why you think someone should vote for Goodluck. 4 things that he has done from Obasanjo to now. What has Goodluck been able to put in place for Nigeria that you can say these are 4 serious, important things to Nigerians and to the international world? Can you name what this man has done?
Thank you very much, Pastor Larry. First, in the area of agriculture, you can see before, our farmers in Nigeria, they scam in the fertilizer they get. It will be imported to the country, discounted, supposed to go to the farmers. The next thing you see is that it has gone beyond the border. But this president had made sure that even almost all the farmers, they have a telephone that has the software. Your allocation code is there for you. He has subsidized a lot of farm equipment in Nigeria now. If you import anything like tractors or this or so, to clear it is just at no rate. And he makes sure that all the farmers in the rural areas, they are all benefiting from it. A lot of cooperatives now has been there. Before, our Greek ministry doesn't have anything to do with farmers. But now they can easily access loan at almost 0%. Why is he doing this? He wants to do this so that the people, the standard of the European farmers, if you look in Europe or Western world, the farmers are the richest people. Even I said, if I'm from Netherlands, I would have been a farmer. But this is what this president now wants, that, because if you see Nigerians that graduated from school or from secondary school, and the father has hectares of land, he still wants to go to Lagos to go and hustle. Meanwhile, he left. The good thing, why? Because the job is not dignified. And what the president has done now is that if you are in agric business, he has dignified the industry. That is one.
Okay, that's one. Agriculture.
Secondly, in the area of infrastructure, you see, is the only president now that wants to privatize infrastructure. What makes a country to be a country? It's not the oil you have, it's not the mansion you build. When you have a conducive infrastructure for investors, it will be very easy for them. If you see many now, what he's doing on many federal roads now in Nigeria, contracts have been awarded. That if we have a genuine infrastructure that is being managed not by government, by investors, because if you invest your money somewhere, you're going to know that you will see how you manage it, which has been the scam that has been going on in Nigeria, where a contract will be awarded this time, the next administration doesn't want to continue it. The next thing is, I'm going to re-award the contract. No.
Okay, so that's 2.
That is 2.
Okay.
The third one, in the area of the economy, Nigerian has never witnessed where we'll say we have, at the end of every quarter on our oil money, there's surplus. Before, it is very difficult for any administration to declare that, okay, this is the money that will be shared within states. And is even now the only president that now want to reach out to local government in Nigeria. Before any money that, any federal allocation that comes to the state governor sit on it. But he is the one now saying, no, the government, because what is government? Government is by the people and for the people. If the grassroots that lives in local government could not benefit from the money coming from the federal allocation, then nothing is being done. If you call election, is this local government people that you reach out to? So is the only president now trying to tell Nigerians that don't let anybody buy you with bag of rice. So for him now to say, no, the money now that the federal allocation will not pay states will be paid their own money, but local government will get their direct allocation from the federal government. Pastor Larry, I think that is a plus.
So, number 4?
That is number 3.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go to number 4 now.
Okay.
4 points. I need to know 4 things this government is doing.
You're going to know it. Number 4, in the area of empowerment for our women. Before this administration, you can hardly see a woman being ministers, being in charge of responsible area in Nigeria. This is a precedent. In all his appointments, women has 35%. In Nigeria culture.
Why you say Nigeria culture? Nigeria culture doesn't allow women?
It's not that they don't allow women, Pastor Larry, but you know what I mean. Where we placed women before. But it is a precedent. Even our sitting ambassador here, she's a woman. You understand? 35% allocation for women. It means it's a president that dignify women. Nigerians should be very happy, you see, to give this type of president another chance. Because when he, look, you asked for 4. I will give you 5.
Okay.
Because of time, I will give you 5. The reason I will give you 5, you see, look at the area of our electricity. This is the government that have come and said, look, scam, fraud in NEPA has to stop. Where people believe, let us import generators than to give the citizen electricity to use. February, I was in Lagos. I was so impressed in my new area, all the poles they have put in place. This is a president that wants to introduce smart card. Now look, you use what you pay. In some areas in Lagos, there will not be light for 3 months, but you will get NEPA bill. And NEPA, and they so do it that NEPA, you cannot contest with them in court. People pay for what they don't get. Now he said, okay, instead of, because everybody, if you see Holland, most of the thing is being subsidized. Even Schiphol Airport is being run by individuals. If it's being run by government, it will not be like that. Because when you have your interest in something and you know your money is there, you will see how you get profit. I said, okay, let's sell all these, our energy depots. Let's allocate it to responsible people. Even last week, the vice president have issued a warning to all those that purchase the discos in Nigeria. Yeah, the energy company. If you don't start, we have an agreement. If you don't start distributing by the end of November, we will withdraw your license. I mean, we all know what blackout is. It causes a lot of bad things. Armed robber can come freely, all these things. But where you know that electricity is there, Nigerians, we are talented people. We have talent in Nigeria. But what will not make them to go is because when there's no electricity, if you want to power your house, a day or your company with diesel, you know how much it costs. It brings increase in cost of products.
So let me ask you,
because if I said I should continue telling about president,
but
1 hour it will still
why
go.
do you think with all this initiative, why is it that in areas of Lagos and Nigeria, they still take light for months? Why is that still happening?
Thank you. That is the sabotage the president wants to correct. You see, in February, Governor Fashola did one thing: build a private company that will supply the secretariat, and some other strategic hospitals and all these things in Lagos. But if a governor can have this initiative, Lagos State is so rich that even if they say they want to power Lagos, it should be. I can remember 8 years ago when they brought solar to Ikeja, solar light, all the traffic light, you'll be amazed. But what happened? Lack of maintenance. Why? Because it's still the government involved. You see, and don't forget, there are some certain mafias in that country that have their stake in importing generators that want to sabotage things. So this is why this present administration have taken, okay, no problem. All the discos that have been sold out to people, not to any foreigners, they are Nigerians. That, okay, you have it, we'll give you every support on what you want to import, any equipment, to the extent the government told them any equipment they import based in providing electricity for the country is 0%.
But one thing I want to ask you, what do you think the government is doing about the issue of this Boko Haram? What is the honest truth about Goodluck Jonathan? People say he's toothless, that he has no power, he does not show authority, he does not take control. And they use this Boko Haram as a typical case, because in one news we hear there is negotiation for the girls to be released. Now, I want to ask you, why can't the government go after Boko Haram, where 200 plus women or girls are being held for months, not one day, not 2 days, and we get from the Nigerian press that there is negotiation, and then the next day we get 60 or more are being kidnapped? Why is Goodluck not in control of this situation? Why has this not been brought under control?
Thank you very much. You see, the issue of Boko Haram is political motivated crime against Nigeria. You see, this president is a wise man, will not make anything in a hurry. That the president is not doing anything about it is a lie. He's doing his utmost best. And one thing this president cherish and value is life of every Nigerian. If he said he wants to crush Boko Haram in a haste, you see, the issue of Boko Haram, is a very sensitive matter. And finally found out that those girls are being killed, Nigerians will go against him. That if his own child, will he rush to take such decision? He's making consultations. At least you can see, past week now, the president of Chad is involved now in the negotiation, and they've even went to Saudi Arabia to discuss about it. You see, and don't forget one thing. We've always seen this thing. We had some people when president came in that they will make sure the country is ungovernable for him. You see, Boko Haram goes beyond Nigerians alone. Just like a security summit which we attended in Amsterdam, and we see one of our comrades that enlightened us more on Boko Haram. Boko Haram issue goes beyond, because the people financing Boko Haram is not only Nigerians. We have top European companies, Western companies financing them. Why? Because every one of them, they want what they want on their oil. They don't want any threat. And they know this president is so intelligent that, look, Nigerian resources have to be for Nigeria. If you look at the last allocation they did in January, it's the first time in the history of Nigeria that Nigerian company got direct allocation. More than 98% of Nigerian indigenes got direct allocation for our oil to sell. It has never happened before. We are the one that have oil. You are going to check the validity of the oil at UK or Switzerland. They dictate to you how much you sell it. This year, the president said, no, enough is enough. We have Nigerian companies that are capable here. Let's give them license. So if you are a foreigner, go to them and buy from them.
Good job.
So Pastor Larry, because one thing I know in life is that this Boko Haram issue, just like when former President Olusegun Obasanjo came, that they brought the issue of Sharia. The issue of Sharia is to blackmail him. But what did he say? He said Sharia will die naturally. Boko Haram, don't forget that even they are calling Boko Haram Boko Haram. Boko Haram, even among the military, we have Boko Haram. You see, that's why it will help we in diaspora. You see, that is why we are very important now in the issue of Nigeria and on how Nigeria is going to be good. Last year, I read in the news, in the newspaper, that CIA said that they don't think Nigeria will continue beyond 2015. Why all those comments? Don't forget, the growth of Nigeria now has become threats to all this Western world. Because gone are those days where you pack Ghana must go, full of dollars, load it, and go and dump it in Switzerland. Now, the more Nigerian elect an intelligent president that can see to ourselves. Look at this president. Among his cabinet, the first time that we're having like 4 diaspora ministers in the cabinet, in this strategy, Okonje Owela, Adesina, Aganga. Yeah, to mention but a few. Why is he doing that? Because they have seen. You understand? Your experience you see. Don't be surprised tomorrow you are going to get an appointment. Yeah, because when they put you there, they know you are going to do it well. You've seen it all here. Look at where we are.
Yes. You
cannot compare. So, not that we say that people in Nigeria doesn't have intelligence enough, but our exposures matters.
Well, let's
support this president and let's make everything work very well.
Let me thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You've had a lot to say, and you have a whole lot more to say.
No, I can talk to you tomorrow when it comes to Jonathan, because he has done a lot for Nigeria.
I can see you love your president,
and we need to appreciate that.
And I want to thank you for coming to Aftv Studios.
Thank you very much,
viewers. This is the event, the mass mobilization for mass movement for Good Luck Jonathan 2015. Is officially being launched in the Netherlands, and you've heard it from the coordinator, the man in charge for the mass movement in Europe, Honorable Adeleke. And the information on the screen, if you are interested, or if you have questions, or you want to be part of this mass movement in Europe, please contact the office of Adeleke, Honorable Adeleke on the screen, and I'm sure they can give you more information. And continue to watch the event, because I will bring you more activities concerning Good Luck Jonathan for 2015. We'll be following the movement strongly here at Aftv so that you can be updated with what's going on. I understand there's going to be a formal launching or gathering in the Netherlands in the next few days. Please follow us on Aftv Facebook, and we'll show you the posters and information of what's going on. So until next time, when I bring you another event, I'm your favorite host, Pastor Larry Omodia. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Good job.